Hello and welcome to the ACU Advisory Conference webinar series. Today's session will be on ACU Entry and Pathways, including ACU Guarantee for Victorian campuses. If you've dialed in from the ACT, New South Wales or Queensland, there will be a separate webinar delivered tomorrow and a recording will be available from the ACT, New South Wales and Queensland Future Students team. You're welcome to stay for this webinar, but keep in mind some of the content won't be relevant to students studying in the ACT, New South Wales and Queensland, and who are only looking at further study in those states. So thank you all for joining us today. My name is Jem and I work at the ACU Future Students team at our beautiful Ballarat campus. Throughout this session, you are able to ask questions via the Q&A function. Please feel free to ask questions as they come to you. We have a few members of the team moderating these and will endeavour to answer as many as possible. If you are located in a state outside of Victoria, it would be great if you can put your state too. So for example, New South Wales with your query. If you have very specific questions, we might not have capacity to respond in detail today, but you can also contact our friendly Ask ACU team via our website or your local Future Students team. Their contact details will be provided at the end of this presentation. The link to Ask ACU will also be posted in the Q&A chat. The following slides will cover our main ACU Guarantee program, but will also cover Pathway Diplomas, Foundation Studies, our Elite Athlete and Performer program, our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Entry program, and entry via the Student Veterans Family Pathway Entry program. So the ACU Guarantee program offers eligible Year 12 students a place at ACU based on their Year 11 results. There is no application fee and applications are assessed on a combination of Year 11 results, adjustment factors and impact statements. Applications opened yesterday, Monday the 21st of July, and will close at 11:59 p.m. on Monday the 15th of September. You can see 2 offer rounds listed on the slide. Please check the website for offer dates, as these do vary for competitive courses. The advantage of receiving an ACU Guarantee offer is that a student receives a course offer ahead of their final Year 12 exams. So long as the student completes Year 12, submits their VTAC application listing their preferred course as their highest eligible preference and meets any mathematics and or science prerequisites for their course, they will continue to receive their official offer letter from VTAC in the December offer round. While most ACU courses are included in ACU Guarantee, there are a number of exemptions which are listed on the screen. If the course your student is interested in is listed here against their preferred campus, then they will need to apply to ACU through the usual VTAC, QTAC or UAC process, as that course is exempt through the ACU Guarantee program. If there is nothing in a cell for a campus, then it is unaffected. It is either still included for that campus or that degree isn't offered on that campus. Where a cell is highlighted in green with a check mark, this indicates a competitive course that is an eligible course through ACU Guarantee. So for example, in Canberra, we are offering speech pathology through ACU Guarantee, and Ballarat is offering occupational therapy through ACU Guarantee. The full list of course exemptions is included on the ACU Guarantee webpage, so do please visit there to check if your student's preferred course and campus are definitely included in the ACU Guarantee program. Also, for any Victorian students wanting to study teaching, Do please note that all early childhood, primary and secondary education courses, including double degrees delivered in Victoria, are exempt from ACU Guarantee due to the state government minimum 70 ATAR mandate for all initial teacher education courses. It is also important to note that all graduate entry and honours level programs are also exempt from ACU Guarantee. Besides your students' academic results, other factors will be taken into consideration during the assessment of their application, including if the student lives in a rural or regional area, the student school's relationship with ACU, if they identify as Aboriginal and/or Torres Strait Islander, and are the first in their family to go to university. There are also up to 3 optional personal statements your student may also submit addressing impact through empathy, adversity, and family to boost their application. Each statement is worth up to 3 adjustment factors. Tips and guidance are on the ACU Guarantee website. It is important to note the personal statement adjustment factors are only for this scheme, and that a student's rank can be increased by a maximum of 10 with adjustment factors and personal or impact statements combined. I'm now going to go through screenshots of the ACU Guarantee portal so you know what your students need to do now that applications are open. So the first section of the application process requires a student to register an account. They will need to indicate their citizenship or visa status, and at asking the question, are you completing or did you complete an Australian Year 12 in 2025? The student will use their Year 12 student number allocated to them by their state or territory's Board of Studies. In Victoria, the student number will be issued by the Victorian Curriculum and Assessment Authority, and the student's assigned PIN will be the first 4 digits of their date of birth. For IB or International Baccalaureate applicants, they will select no to this question. And please note that the portal is only open to current Year 12 students, including domestic, international, and IB applicants. The next part of the application will require the student to enter their personal details, including their full name as it appears on their birth certificate or passport, a personal email address, not a school or shared email address, their residential address, but not a post office box or boarding school address. A pop-up will then appear after clicking on Secondary Studies, and this is where the student will add their Year 12 high school details. Once the student has added their Year 12 school details, they'll next be prompted to add any relevant support documents. They may need to upload their results depending on where they went to school. So for New South Wales and ACT students, results will be uploaded automatically. For IB students and students in all other states, such as Queensland and Victoria, they will need to upload their Year 11 results to the portal. Due to the grading scale used to calculate Year 11 results in Victoria, either S or N grades, Victorian-based applicants will be required to complete and submit the ACU Guarantee Supplementary Assessment Form as part of their application. A copy of the Supplementary Assessment Form is available to download as either a Word or PDF file on the ACU Guarantee Application FAQ webpage. The information provided will be used to calculate an ACU selection rank in order for the student to be considered for an offer. On the screen is a copy of the supplementary assessment form for Victorian-based students. So the student enters their name, their date of birth, ACU Guarantee application number, and permanent residential address. Then a school representative, for example, principal, assistant principal, or year level coordinator, will be required to complete the remaining sections of the form, including a list of the student's Year 11 subjects and equivalent numerical or letter scale results, together with the school's name, email address, phone number, as well as the representative's name, position title, signature, and where available, the school's stamp or seal. The student will then be asked to submit their course preference via the Search for Courses button. And we remind students to double check that their selection is for the right course and right campus. The next section of the application portal enables students the opportunity to respond to a set of 3 questions regarding their personal circumstances and achievements in order to add more weight to their application. These statements are optional, and a student will not be penalised for not completing these statements and will still be considered based purely on their Year 11 results. Where a student completes this section, we do recommend that they draft their responses outside of the application portal and then copy and paste these when ready to submit their application. It is important to note that personal statements can only be edited before the final application submit button is clicked. To assist students who decide to complete this section of the application, this slide provides more specific information. So statement 1, impact through empathy. This is where applicants can tell us how they give back to others. They will be asked to complete the statement, I am a good candidate for university because. In this section, they might choose to tell us about their contributions to local community activities while studying, volunteer or charity work while studying, work to improve the environment, contributions to helping those in need, including their fellow students, contributions to their school community, perhaps as a captain or other representative position of note. Remember, holding the position, though, is not enough. They must share additional information about the good that they've achieved in that position. Statement 2, impact through adversity. We recognise that some applicants have had many difficult situations and circumstances to overcome. This is where they can demonstrate their resilience. And in this section, they might choose to tell us how, during their secondary school studies, they have overcome financial hardship to continue study with help from Centrelink benefits, overcome homelessness or displacement from their family or time spent in care, overcome significant personal illness or disability during their senior studies, experience changes to their family structure, experience the death or serious illness of a close family member, and overcome disrupted or disadvantaged schooling. Statement 3, impact through family. In section 3, the student will have a chance to tell us a bit about their life experiences and how these are helping to shape their worldview. For example, they might have significant family or caring responsibilities, including responsibility for financial, emotional, and or physical support of family members, be a refugee or from an asylum seeker background, moved interstate or internationally during senior schooling, experienced significant loss in a natural disaster, such as fire, flood, or drought, or experienced discrimination or bullying, or witnessed that of a close friend or family member. The next section of the application process is where the student will review and submit their application. Students are encouraged to check that their Year 12 details qualification are correct. The course and campus preference that they've chosen is correct, and that they have finished editing and completing their personal statements if they're submitting those. When they click the Submit button, the student will receive a declaration and authority pop-up notification, and they will need to agree to this in order to submit their application. After the student submits their application, they will only receive further notification as listed on the slide where additional documentation is required. For example, uploading their Year 11 results and/or a teaching questionnaire. Please encourage your student to regularly check their nominated email address over the months ahead for any further communications about the progress of their application. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about our other entry programs and pathway options that might be applicable and of interest to your student. Our pathway diplomas are perfect for students who do not reach the required ATAR for their desired course. They require a minimum of 50 ATAR, or students may be eligible if they have completed a VET course. Please check our website for alternative pathways through VET. Successful completion will allow students to transition into the second year of a related course following their diploma studies. So on the slide here is an overview of the various diplomas that we offer by campus here at ACU. Another option to consider is our Foundation Studies program. And this course is ideal where a student does not have an ATAR or their ATAR is too low for direct entry into a degree at ACU. This is a fee-free program, and successful completion leads to entry into a degree at any campus or online. Entry into some competitive degrees, for example, those in the allied health field, may require a higher score in particular units though. From the beginning of 2026, entry is available for semester 1 or semester 2 and is available at our Blacktown and Melbourne campuses or online. On application, the student will be offered either a place in the accelerated or full program, depending on the student's previous education experience. And on completion of the program, the Foundation Studies team will work with our admissions team to organise the student's degree offer so that they don't need to apply again. For more information on the Foundation Studies program, please visit our website. We also offer an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander entry program. So this is available to those students who identify as being of Aboriginal and or Torres Strait Islander descent. It's assessed on qualifications, motivation, and an interview. Successful applicants will have access to free tutorial assistance, cultural activities, scholarships, networking, and professional development opportunities. Applications are assessed on a rolling basis, so there is no application opening and closing date. And applications are made through VTAC, and students will also need to attend an interview for this program. For more information, please contact your local ACU Indigenous Higher Education Unit. So for students whose parents are serving or have served in the Australian Defence Force, they may be eligible for admission via our Veterans Family Pathway Entry Program. Applications can be made directly to ACU through the Veterans Entry Program web form, with applications assessed on a rolling basis. For more information and to apply, search ACU Veterans Entry Program. So before we wrap up today's session, we have several upcoming events, both online and in person, that your students might want to register for via acu.edu.au/future-students. We run regular virtual consultations and campus tours across all of our campuses, and these are a great opportunity for your students to learn more about our offerings. And make sure you mark your calendars and have your students join us for our open day events this year. So registrations are now open, and our website includes a full schedule of what to expect at each campus. Open day gives students the opportunity to chat with academic staff, take part in activities, listen to info sessions related to their area of study interest, and get a feel for life at our campuses. Visit openday.acu.edu.au for more information. So on the screen here is a listing of the ACU Future Students VIC team members. For inquiries regarding Ballarat courses, please don't hesitate to contact myself at futurestudy.bal@acu.edu.au. Or for any inquiries about our Melbourne courses, please feel free to contact the Melbourne team at futurestudy.mel@acu.edu.au. And lastly, we would love your feedback on today's webinar, what you loved or what you would like to see more of. So please scan the QR code to answer a short survey. Thank you for joining us today. We hope the information in today's webinar was valuable, and we hope to see you again soon.